As a manager and as a parent, one of the things that I have been focused on for many years are the decisions that we make. The decisions that I make personally, the decisions of my direct reports, and the decisions of my children. So one day I was walking through the airport, and I am always on, my mind is always thinking. So I'm walking through the airport terminal one day, and I came across a sign, walked past a sign. The sign had the word no, K-N-O-W. I don't even remember what the sign was advertising. But I walked down a little bit further down the concourse, and I came across another sign, same company, no, K-N-O-W. So then as I walked further, I started thinking about the word no. And since I love words, I'm obsessed with words, I started turning the word inside out, round about, and by the time I got to my gate, I had determined that there are a lot of words in the word no. And over the years, I've been able to transform this word no into a decision-making exercise and a decision-making system to help many people. And as a matter of fact, I have a book, The Isle of Knowledge, which is based on what I call the no system. So this is how it generally works. I'm in front of a group of people, and I ask up front, let me tell you about the word no, and I want you to think how many words are in the word no just using those 4 letters. And this is what I generally get. We begin with no, K-N-O-W. Now, one, no, walk, K-O. As you see, I'm very flexible with this. Walk, ow, whoa, okay, on, and on. And this is the way we use this as a decision-making model. For example, a manager has his team, and he starts thinking first up, what do I know about the individual members of my team? Everybody wants to be known, everybody wants to be understood, everybody wants to be appreciated, and everybody is different. So what do I know about the members of my team? I could talk about who, what, where, when, how. What do I know about each team member, and what do I need to know? There are certain things about them that motivates them. There are certain things about them that turns them off. So you need to know as a manager different things about your people. So know, what do you know about them, and what do you need to know about them? And then secondly, you may ask yourself now, what am I doing now with each of those individuals? What am I doing that's different? What strategy do I have to motivate them, to inspire them, to get the most out of them? What am I doing now? Is what I'm doing now the right thing to be doing now? Am I doing something now that should be done later? So you start asking yourself these series of questions, because at the end of the day, you want to be able to say that you achieved something, that you've reached a goal with that individual, and you want to know to say, I won. So if you were to win with that person, what would winning look like to you? And if you won, does that mean they lost? So, and the idea, of course, being to come up with a win-win situation where both of you can walk away feeling real good about it. So what does success look like to you with that person? What does winning look like to you? And on the way, there are certain things that may not work with them, and you may have to say no to that particular approach. Right? Then you may find out that whatever happens with that person, together, you're going to have to own that relationship. You're going to have to own whatever you accomplished. And in order to do that, you must be on at all times. And you realize that there's no one like you when you're on. There's no one like them when they're on. When they're turned on, when they're on message, when they're on target, when they're on fire, there's no one like them when they're on. As a matter of fact, I remember when I was growing up, now if you talk to people today, you find out that if you want to change a channel on the television, it's very easy to do it with the remote control. But when I was growing up, if you wanted to change the channel, first of all, you had to get up from your seat, walk over to the channel, walk over to the television, and then turn it on. And then you had to change the channel. But one day, we got a brand new set, and I felt real good about it. But I was behind that set one day when it looked like it was turned off, and I noticed that there was a light on in the back of that set. The significance of that light being on did not dawn on me for many years. But one of the things I realized later on, that when that set came on quickly, it's because that set was always on. Anything that comes on quickly, there's something in it where it's always on. So how can you be on all the time when you're thinking about your people? And how can your people be on all the time when they're thinking about their goals? So the objective is to be on all the time. And if they are producing in a manner that's okay, we have to say that's not good enough. Because they deserve to be on. They deserve to be fully operational. And your role in that process is very critical. Because Jim Collins in his book Good to Great said that good was the enemy of excellence. So if good is the enemy of excellence, okay cannot be far behind. The only place that okay works is on a checklist. Did I get that done? Okay, check. Now on the way, you'll realize that Al says that there may be some pain associated with whatever you encounter or what they encounter. But something about pain. Pain generally means you're doing the wrong thing, or it means you're doing the thing wrong. Pain also could be the natural discomfort that you go through anytime you change or try something new or something different. So expect change, expect some discomfort. Sometimes we're moving at 100 miles an hour and we need to slow down a little bit. So you may say, whoa, slow down. Otherwise, we will burn ourselves out. We can't do all of the things all the time. We have to measure and modulate the different things that we do. And someone asked me once, well, what about wok? Where are you going with wok? You know, wok, of course, is a Chinese skillet. Every now and then, you got to stir things up a bit. Just because it's always been that way doesn't mean it always has to be that way. So you need to do something different. You need to find another right idea, another new way of doing things. So every now and then, status quo, it needs to be shaken up a bit. Theodore Levitt, in his masterpiece, Marketing Imagination, said that you should plan for obsolescence. You should plan to replace your product. Because if you don't, the competition is planning to do so. So how can you change things up a bit and make things different? And as you know about life and many other things, life will knock you out if you're not ready. If you're not prepared, you will end up out of the race on your back. And then wonk is interesting because wonk has two definitions. One is it's a difficult to deal with person, or it means someone who's very narrow in their focus. You hear people say that they're a computer wonk, or they are a policy wonk. So this is kind of like the way we work with this as far as making decisions are concerned. So if you have a decision to make, you can put it through this particular filter. Ask these series of questions, and they tend to work when I've tried to do this. Time management, change management, works like a charm. Talking to parents and they want to know about their kids. Well, what about their kids? They want their kids to make better decisions. This works well with them. They met a new friend. Okay, what do you know about that guy or that girl? What do you want to have to say no to? You're going to have to own whatever happens on that relationship. Very critical things to do. So that if you have a decision that you have to make, this generally works well to gather as much information as possible so that when you sit down to make that decision, you know that the no system has worked in your favor, to your benefit, and you have everything necessary to make better decisions. Better decisions, better choices will lead to better results. Thank you.